That is Matt Kearney on Magic in the Morning. 8:35 is our time. And Tuesdays, we get together with Barrett Insurance Agency and one of the owners there, Mike Barrett. And we talk about good insurance policies. And as we continue to exercise caution with social distancing, Mike calls in this morning. How are you, my friend?
I am well, sir. How are you?
Doing all right, waiting for this stuff to get over. And I know I'm
Yeah.
not the only person in the world here. There seems to be a little bit of light coming up at the head of the tunnel, but you guys have been lucky enough not to shutter your work on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury, still doing business, although most times remotely, right?
Yeah. So, deemed as an essential service, so we were allowed to remain open, which is good because, we've been very busy. The volume coming in, of people with questions and concerns and looking for cost savings, it hasn't slowed down. And so it's really nice to be able to be there and be able to help walk people through this tremendously difficult time in all of our lives. I mean, it's just, I'm going to use my least favorite word right now, and believe me, I have a list of least favorite words going right now, and among them is unprecedented. But that's where we're at, and guiding people through these times is definitely needed, and we're happy that we've been able to do that. We are a small family-owned office, so there's only four of us that work at Barrett Insurance, including me, myself, Kim, and Anita, and right now the rotation is that my wife takes a day, I take a day home with our son working remotely, and other three are at the office going and doing what they can do. So things still haven't stopped in the grand scheme of insurance. People are still, getting out their summer vehicles. People are still, interestingly enough, buying recreational vehicles, homes, different things. So we're there to help them. And on the other side of it, claims are still occurring. So we're still there to help people with things as simple as a glass claim all the way up to structure fires. So it's definitely a needed service. We've helped a lot of our clients save what I like to think is a fair amount of money to help them be able to not have to jeopardize their insurance coverage, which is pretty key.
Mike, I was cruising the internet yesterday, and I saw something that was. I don't want to use precedent, but anyways, it was a horrific scene. Okay, you know how folks have those Ring video cameras for their doorbells?
Yes.
Okay. There was a family at home, obviously, during the lockdown, right? And the video showed two perps walking up the driveway with their masks on, and they were supposedly, and I say supposedly, a landscaping crew, right?
Yep.
They knocked on the door. The guy answers the door. The two go in with a gun. That is, you being home isn't going to stop this kind of things to happen. And this is why we've always talked about through this, that you don't want to cancel your insurance policy. You don't want to cut back your coverage. You want to keep it as it is because horrific things like this, or even a house fire, could happen, right?
Yeah, they are still happening. Car accidents, albeit happening way less than normal, but they are still happening. So you need to be able to reach out to us. We kind of take pride in the fact that we're always available. I mean, you call our office line, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, you can reach myself or my wife just by following the phone prompts on our phone system, and we're able to help you out as quickly as possible. Of course, our only limitation at that point is cellular and internet service, which has reared its ugly head in this current pandemic, whereas there are some strong deficiencies out there. But let us hope that maybe over time that will continue to improve. I kind of equate while I'm trying to work from home today and I've got my 6-year-old going, Dad, 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 all day here, even behind me right now in the chat, which is funny. I like to equate what he's going through now with our lack of good internet at the house is maybe me telling stories about how I was the remote control when I was a kid. Technology will catch up eventually, and I hope it will for him, his sake as well. But for insurance needs, please, let us help you through these difficult times in terms of guidance and helping you save some premium if we can.
And as many of our listeners, Mike, do know, and some may not know, insurance is an ongoing, ever-changing thing, and right now a lot of folks we've seen have been pulling out their motorcycles, their hot rod cars, their classic cars. They're getting their campers ready in hopes that they can maybe even with social distancing, head on out and have some kind of summer. We have to keep our insurance up on those as well, and that can change year to year.
It can, and it's very important that you stay on top of it. There are many people who have seasonal vehicles that have been in the garage all winter who they're ready to get those vehicles on the road. And so we're reinstating a lot of coverage right now, and motorcycle season, camper season is upon us. So we're doing a lot of those discussions too. As difficult as these times are, people are still trying to remain optimistic, which I think is fantastic. People are still living their lives to the best of their ability, which I think is tremendous. And obviously, any one of these decisions does require us to help out, and that's why we're glad we're able to do so. And we'll continue to follow the government guidelines. We know that we're hoping to be able to do face-to-face transactions again when the stay home, stay safe order gets lifted or continues to be relaxed. We'll follow the proper guidance, make sure that we're keeping, again, we're a small office, so there's not a lot of us in there. The social distancing is easy. We'll work on making sure we're keeping it completely clean and disinfected. My wife has been doing her best to get as much disinfectant as we possibly can so that we're prepared for that.
Well, that's good to hear, and I'm sure it can speak for a volume of your clients out there. We're so happy that you guys have been able to continue doing business out there as many small-owned businesses, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, are not coming out of this as positive as could be. So if folks are taking inventory on their insurance needs, how can they get in touch with you, Mike?
Sure, they can give us a call, 748-5224. We are located on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury, and we are transacting business through the mail slot. So you're welcome to drop off pertinent documents and payments if that's how you like to transact business. We've had many people doing that. You can also find us online at Barrett.com. Google, Facebook, and YouTube is all Barrett Insurance Agency.
Mike, we appreciate you taking the time. Give Ethan a high five for us, and we look forward to our chat next week, okay?
Fantastic, Jeff. Yes, have a great week. Stay well, everybody.
All right, good policies with Barrett Insurance Agency, as you just heard, Portland Street in St. Johnsbury. Music from Daughtry on Magic in the Morning.